Whoa, whoa. Hey, folks. How we doing? Give me a second, all right, guys? All right. How are we doing tonight? This is a late live, isn't it? I told you I wasn't going to refrain from doing spontaneous lives. Hello, everybody. Look at you guys. I don't know what time is it? This is my phone here. But for me, it's pretty late. For some of you, it's not so late, like Rebecca. But then there's folks that are probably sleeping too. So why am I outside in the dark? Campfire, Santa Claus. You can't see it, but I have some candles. Got some candles here. Let me just get that framing right. Why am I outside? Yeah, it's late. So the idea was, I don't want to refrain from doing live nighttime streams, but at the same time, I really don't expect a lot of people to show up too. I haven't mentioned it at this point. I wanted to keep it a secret a little bit longer, just so I didn't really screw up. But I've accepted the Vlogust challenge. And if any of you don't know what that is, that's a vlog every day of August, a video posted every day. And every day of August so far, which, what is it, the 4th? I've been posting stuff. But today I really worked hard on a segment, and at the last minute, it just wasn't up to my standards, guys. And I just like, you know what, I'm not gonna go and try to get this edited by midnight when I know it's not gonna work. So I figured, let's do a summertime outdoor camping live video. This way there's no editing involved, plus I get to communicate with you guys. So if you read the title, the headline of this video, it said 3 Yankee Candle or nighttime Yankee Candle fragrances that you should know about. And, you know, I think this is a topic that's very, very important this time of year. Today was really hot where I am, very humid, but it's actually quite cool now. You can see the late summer coming. This is my favorite time of the summer to be outside, when it's really nice and cool. I could do without this smoke right here in my face. But Yankee Candle carries and has a lot of choices as far as nighttime themed candles. But I wanted to address a few that I don't think get the attention that they should. So do you guys want to be maybe introduced to some candles, nighttime candles, outdoor summertime candles that you may not be aware of? If you're interested, I got them right here. Plus I got some other things. Plus I was out walking in the dark with a flashlight several moments ago, and there's a bunch of like fireflies out there. So it made me think of dreamy summer nights. So maybe when we close the video, we'll take a stroll out in the dark. We'll do a little spooky like ghost story, like lighting out in the dark. See if we can catch some of these fireflies. If anyone needs to sleep, if anyone has to work tomorrow, if anyone has to go to school tomorrow, it's summer, but people go to school in the summer, make sure you go to sleep. This video will be here tomorrow. All right, so let's get started. I picked out three. It didn't take much effort. These are 3 that you probably, or let's say this, a lot of Yankee Candle fans may not know about these, even it existed, for several different reasons. Let's start with this one right here. Now this is a very hard to see candle, or the label's hard to see. So let's see if I can get a little light on that. Can you see that? I am so sorry. This is a 2-wick tumbler candle. It's paraffin wax. I believe this might have been, it's not an outlet exclusive because of this sticker, but this I don't think was carried in retail. And the year on it is 2014. It's called Dark Sky by Yankee Candle, Dark Sky. And what's cooler than that is that it came with a partner or a brother or sister candle called Dark Water. And I never got that one, and I'm regretting it because I ended up loving this candle. This is a beautiful, beautiful, lesser intense masculine cologne candle that I think is very pretty for summertime. Mainly because I would burn this when I lived in Napa Valley, when I would sit out on my back porch and see the silhouetted vines out in the vineyards, that lazy moon just dangling up high above my head. And I bring this right outside with me. And this is not a candle that's going to be a bomb. It's not going to stink up the whole house like this smoke. This is going to leave what I call that smooth linger. Just leaves a beautiful kind of almost like works on a subconscious way. If you burn this in a small space like a bathroom, which would be great, this is a great bathroom candle, it will be a little bit more intense. But you put this in a larger area, smooth linger. I really like it. Dark Sky. Let me see one more time if we can get a close-up of that label. I just don't think you guys are going to be able to see it. Do you see that? There's like horizon. You got like the sun setting there, the trees. And let's take a look inside. And, you know, I'd give you some of the notes here. But I think it's better for me to just really sum it up by saying a non-intense, non-invasive cologne, masculine, clean smell. Honestly, this candle's been lit so many times, and because it's got 2 wicks, there's so much wick smoke taint that I really even can't get a great whiff of it. But I love this candle. I decided today that I'm going to hunt down several of these, get a few extras, and get that Dark Sky. So you should definitely look into that. Check eBay, check your outlets, see if you can get your hand on that candle. If anyone has it or has burned it, please let me know what you think. But I think it's a great candidate, same word, for nighttime, summertime, X-Files. You guys are talking amongst yourself again. I love it. And what would summertime camping fireplace be without a Stanley thermos? Oh yeah. Got some coffee. That's right. You know what? You can judge all you want. I need to drink coffee. That's pretty cold. All right, next on the list. I feel like I have to whisper. I really don't. Which one do we want to do next? I should have planned this all out better. This is the next candle that you may not know about, is a part of the Yankee Candle Night Shades collection. This was released several Valentine days ago. Man, was it 2015? 2015 sounds about right. It came in a set of 6. These pretty boxes. They're very, how do you want to say it? Like romance novel-esque themed. And I'll show you what I mean. Does anybody remember these? Look at the fishnet stockings on this tumbler. Are you kidding me? Yankee Candle, take it easy. Take it easy. Not only that, but some of the names of these candles. I'm going to do a whole video on the whole set soon. But one was called like Pillow Talk, and I guess those are not too risque. But for Yankee Candle, you know, I always thought that this was interesting. So this one here is called Black Satin. And it is a soy wax candle. They should make a Christmas story lamp. I like that. Black satin. And honestly, I haven't smelled this since I probably bought it. But I knew this would work for tonight. Nightshade. Mosquito bites. Or mosquitoes are after me. You know, this is the worst sensory evaluation situation. Plus it looks like my fire is slowly dying out here. Again, clean. You know, I want to think of that amber-like soapy smell. And definitely baking spices at work here. If I had to be more specific with the baking spices. God, it's so hard because I'm just getting burnt cedar right now. Let's go with clove and cinnamon, nutmeg. These never really did throw off too much aroma. Okay. The one note that I do remember, and it's very hard to smell because of this, is sandalwood. And recently in one of my reviews, I said that sandalwood, like what is sandalwood? Like oak, the difference between oak, sandalwood, redwood. Do they really smell different? They do smell different. The fragrance industry takes their own liberties sometimes. But when you're talking about sandalwood, at least in the world of perfume, it's, to me, to classify sandalwood, I always look for the smell of Home Depot. And that might sound like a turnoff, and it's not. What I just mean by that is that fresh, very fresh wood that's been treated. I always love that smell of walking down the lumber aisle in Home Depot. And that's what I get here. And this candle is called Black Satin. Okay, so maybe that's where the cleanness, there's a little bit of this fabric softener, citrusy thing happening. Not picking up any florals. There could be. You know, because I had this whole set, I never burned them. I didn't want to, you know, really, to me, these were more for like display items. But I really should take like a little chunk out of here one of these days. Maybe when I do my full video on all of these candles, the nightshade candles, I will break out the aroma prison. So nightshade, I'd like this one. I remember this was my favorite of the collection based on smelling it cold. So if you folks want to take a look for this one, I think it's a very successful choice for nighttime, outdoors, summer vibe feel. You guys hanging in there? You in there with me? I know. I gotta get this enthusiasm up. I'm still whispering. I know. You know, Angie, you're right. Because you know, if you want to know, I've done that before. I've edited it out, but usually, you know, once a week I'll burn myself on a candle while filming a video. It's the hand motions. All right. This is the one I really want to talk about. Do you guys remember these? Let's get some light. Look at this production value. Come on, guys. No expense spared here. Now, this candle is a part of the Y collection. You'll see it in New York there. This was a perfume collection. This was the first collection also. If you see right there, it says #1. And what happened was they got to the second collection and it just was not working out for them. I believe these retailed for $39.99, and I'm not even sure. I think they're like 8-ounce candles. So Yankee Candle really gave a stab at legit luxury candles. You know, not just seemingly luxury candles. These were pretty nice. These burned really well, filled up the living space nice, but they came at a cost. Now, if you notice the title right there, it's called a Nightfall. I know they were on clearance. I'm not, you know, I missed who said that, but that is so true. I bought this for, I think it was $39.99, and at an outlet, I saw like the whole collection, each one was like $6, maybe $8. But I mean, it made me sick to my stomach. But now that we have the eBay account, maybe I can grab those and then put them up, and you guys can pick them up at a good price. But Nightfall, not to be confused, Yankee Candle has several candles called Nightfall. There was one that came in the country kitchen jar, and then there was another one that had like a porch and a rocking chair on it, I believe. I don't know if they were the same, but it's definitely not the same as this. This is Perfume City. And when I say perfume, I mean cologne, perfume, a perfume, cologne, a perfumery type approach. And I am going to touch the wax for you. And I know that's a very bad burn on this one. I must have blown this out in a rush one day. It is, see that wax? Can you catch that? Let me get the light in the right angle. It is so soft. See that? I mean, it's almost like lotion. Lotion in a jar. So very, very soft soy wax here. But what's great about that is that you get incredible burn off it. So let me give you some notes that I get right here. You know, at the same time, it's masculine, it's cologne-y, but at the same time, it's refreshing too. I almost want to drink this. If someone said this was a gin, I'd be like, all right, now you're talking, make me a cocktail. This would totally make a great gin. But dried lavender, dried. There's a big difference between going outside and just picking lavender off the bush versus smelling dried lavender. I'm sure you guys know that, but very citrusy. Let's bring a little bit of tartness to this candle, adding to that refreshing nature, making it, like I said, the reason maybe I want to drink it or put it into a cocktail. But a distinct kind of like orange peel, orange zest approach. Guys still hanging in there? Oh, and start commenting. What are some of your favorite nighttime candles? You know, I'm trying to pull out really fun ones for you, but let's say vanilla. What kind of vanilla? Vanilla flavoring, vanilla extract. Nothing too exotic. A little bit of spice. Maybe a little bit of clove in here too. Yeah, you know, this could make for a little rocks glass. Oh, I didn't even really show you the jar. I'm getting fingerprints all over this. Autumn Wreath, that's a great nighttime candle. I gotta get a new one. I think all of mine are gone. I have an air freshener. Can you guys see that? This is just wow. You know, this is spontaneity at its finest right here. These really are gorgeous. I had one. I still have one, Incense and Teak, that I was also going to bring out tonight, but I figured 3 would be enough. It's salty. Do you ever have like black salt? That might sound really geeky, but if we have any salt geeks out there, remember I spent a lot of time around culinary folks. I spent some time in culinary school, so salt is one of the things I did geek out about. And what I mean by black salt, it just has this almost, if you ever have it, it's great to garnish because it has like this charcoal smokiness. It's good stuff. This reminds me of like that lavender oatmeal lotion. Good quality stuff, you know? This is why my videos are edited, folks, because it could take a long time. Angel's wings for nighttime. I really like that. I am going to plug my own video, Mary Tyler Moore. If you haven't seen that video, might seem odd, and trust me, it's not my greatest video, but it was such an organic experience, like not like scripted. I didn't force it. I didn't try to make it all happen. It really was just a couple days. Ended up being a couple days of my life that I documented and just had fun with it. Forgot about trying to be perfect with the editing. I just wanted to document an experience. Well, you'll see. Angel's Wings ties in with Mary Tyler Moore. How does it? Well, you'll have to figure it out by watching the video. Man, I had so much to say about this candle. Of course, they don't have any description notes. All right, so let me just force myself. If I was in a pressured situation, definitely a clean side to this too. So you know the rules. Usually how I break it down. To make clean, you need a floral, you need a citrus, right? So floral, anything you want to say. You can say, you know, gardenia. You could say heliotrope. The point is you get that strong floral smell. Identifying the flower itself, not so easy to do, but a very tropical, pungent flower. Green grassy, almost like fresh mint. See, this is where if I get on a roll and I keep going, I keep dishing out fresh mint, because fresh mint will lead me to something else, like lemon verbena, right? Herbal, but we talked about that citrus, so I'm thinking about lemon verbena here. Would paying full price have been worth it? Depends. It depends. Depends who you are. You know what? You guys know what I always say about candles and stories, right? Is there a story here? It's great potential. Nightfall. So for me, like, and I don't judge anybody who does, but I don't buy candles for the pretty factor, you know, like, oh, look at this. I don't have a pretty house where I can display things. I move a lot. I'm not into, I love the idea of interior decorating, but I don't do it myself. So if you're into burning candles for the luxury, the look, the prettiness, then yeah, maybe this would be worth it. But for me, I'm paying for the excitement, the entertainment of that candle. That's why I love Yankee Candles so much. Because those pictures and those concepts always, you know, always touch me right there. I like it. I like it. A little bit of like this cracked black pepper, peppercorn in there too. I recommend it. I really do. I think out of all three of these, especially, several of you said it already, you can find these in outlets. You could probably go on eBay right now, probably find this for like 10 bucks. Nightfall. And I'm going to see if the 7 ounces, 198 grams, produced in South Deerfield. This is when it was a subsidiary of the Jardin Company. Very cool. This didn't make it that long. This was not a success for Yankee Candle. I don't even think every retail store had them in stock. I think it was only a select few places that had them. So I have one more thing to do, and then we'll maybe go for a walk. I wanted to keep this at a half hour. This way, having this video I'm still every day now, every day in August, I'm still taking on that Vlogust overpriced for 7 ounces. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like, you have to remember, guys, too, I worked in the wine industry. I was never rich, but my clients were very, very, very rich people. So they'd come up to me with the questions like, is this bottle worth $475? I mean, and they're asking me. I mean, what am I supposed to say? Well, yeah, if I was you who owns, it was like the manager of like the Giants baseball team. If I was him, it's worth it. But for me, you know, it's always hard to answer those questions. You know what? If Yankee Candle put those out for 7 ounces, if they put them out for $24.99, they might just still be around because they all were good. They all were good, and I believe the second collection, they, instead of having like names like Nightfall, Incense, Antique, they had women's names. I can't remember the names. I think one was, there was one I really liked. And I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of the first time Yankee Candles ever given a name to a candle, personifying it in the form of a person. Name one Yankee Candle that refers to a character, a person, a personality. They don't do that. You ever notice that? They'll never do a candle. I told you, Autumn Dusk for autumn this year. Could have been called Scarecrow. But they don't do that. They don't personify their candles. Low battery. We still got time. All right. If you saw my Salem video last year, I'll have you know that whole video was completely improvised. Good comment, and Scarecrow's a good name. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I would love to get into creating more candle concepts and candle making, but that's a topic for another day. I know nothing about incense. I'm going to just come out and say it. I was embarrassed when I said I knew nothing about Bath and Body Works. I was embarrassed when I said, you know, like, what are my top 20 favorite candle companies? I'm like, oh my God. I'm a candle enthusiast. I'm not a candle aficionado. The reason why I started this channel really was to educate myself. And I thought, all right, that's not what you were talking about. But I really started this channel to educate myself. I didn't ever want to be like Candle Professor. So please don't ever look to me as like somebody who knows everything about candles. Sometimes I come off that way, but I am learning, and I figured as long as I was learning, I'd bring you guys along on the journey. And this is one thing I told myself I was going to really start to look into. Now, going back to Salem, I was in Salem, and really great guys who own the company Candle with a K. They gave me a bunch of free stuff. We filmed a segment. It never really got edited and cut together. Again, it's just one of those situations where it wasn't, you know, it just didn't look and sound good enough. So I do plan on meeting up with those guys again to do another segment with them. But this is one of the things they gave me. Now, incense comes in a lot of forms, right? We see the little sticks with the biomass on the end, and usually the biomass is scented. You know, if you're in Woodstock or New Paltz, New York, you smell them. Or if you're at Spencer's Gifts, you smell it like blueberry, blackberry. But these smell like I mean, this is like, imagine you took your Christmas tree, and you guys probably know all about this, but I don't. Imagine you took your Christmas tree and you compressed it into this stick, the dead Christmas tree in January, and you compressed it into this stick. That's what this smells like. I mean, it smells like, you know, it smells like a lively living tree and a dead tree. It smells like cedar. It smells like bark. This is compressed biomass. I don't know. I have one of these. This is not going to work. But let's just light this real quick. Let's see my initial thoughts. Anybody burn incense? Ooh, all right, all right. Kids, don't try this at home. Okay, asthma problems. Yeah, I can hear that. I'm reading your comments. Yeah, I can imagine this giving headaches, right? Okay, I'll be honest, the incense that I'm familiar with, outside of like Pink Floyd cover bands, Grateful Dead cover bands, like I used to go in high school, the only other incense that I know is church. When I was a young boy, you know, that frankincense and myrrh. So, you know, when I became interested in fragrance later on in my life, I would visit churches and ask them, what do they put in those little things that throw off the smoke and the fragrance? That's how I found out it was frankincense and myrrh, and how I found out that that's a reference to the three wise men. But also, they have little wooden pellets, or I should say biomass pellets, that burns the resin. So that smoke, not so much from the resin, I don't think. I think smoke from the biomass, this stuff, the incense, is what gives people a headache. Because it always gave me a headache, even though I like it. Strawberry was the best incense. That had to be purchased at Spencer's Gifts. Yeah, I mean, I'm sensitive to smoke. I think everybody is. Why would we not be? And you know, this isn't helping. But it does remind me of those little sachets. You know, if somebody came around the corner, I don't know who it would be. I hope nobody does. That would freak me out. But this looks really bad right now. This little clamp holding this very small, smoldering stick. These are not as powerful as I want. And answer this question for me, guys. Inside of this box, there's a little piece of wood. Why? Why is this wood here? And there's a little divot in that wood. You get migraines from incense. Wow. Absorb moisture. Thank you so much. Janelle Ball. Any relation to Lucille? Or did I make that joke in the past before? All right. This is not doing it for me. I like the smell of these. But this, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. How do I put this out? I got water. All right, let's go for a walk. Let's go into the darkness of the night. I really want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Like I said, I had a whole video that was going to be edited and posted today. You know, it just didn't work out today, but tomorrow's a whole new day. And I'm going to try to do this Vlogust challenge. My brother challenged me, and I said, you know what, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get one out every day in August, and they won't be all lives like this. But I do want to remind you, there will be a live on Sunday, 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. New York time. Let's go. Let's venture into the darkness. I'm going to drink some water. It's a really hot, humid day. You like those sounds? Oh, thank you for the congratulations on the 100th video. Can you guys imagine that? I'm not boasting, but 100 videos? That's a lot. And if you add up the hours, because, you know, my early videos weren't like 10 minutes. I'm trying to keep them at like 10, 12 minutes now. Some of my early videos are up to an hour long. And always heavily edited until I started doing lives. All right, firefly time. Let's do this. I got the lights. This is insane. There's 26 people I'm taking with me right now into the dark. This works, right? This works. You can see me. Look at this. Does that remind you of summer or what? I love the buzzing of these things. When we were kids, a bunch of buddies and I, we would hang out at one of those. Always kind of remind me of American Graffiti. It was an ice cream parlor in my hometown. And they always had those lights. I can't see where I'm going. They always had one of those lights buzzing, and every time I hear one of those electric buzzers, it reminds me of summertime ice cream, listening to the classic oldies station on the radio. All right, let's see if we can find some fireflies. I'm gonna flip you guys around a little bit. I promise not to do a Blair Witch joke. And like I said, if you guys have to go to bed, but we're gonna capture some firefly action. Let's give this a couple moments. This is scary. I see that light in the distance. I hear a plane right there. I think you guys could probably see that. And if I step back here, we can see, oh, look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Look at that moon. My hand is shaking a little bit. I do not see any fireflies. Come on, this whole field here, this goes on for quite a bit, was covered with them. We call them lightning bugs. Huh. Yeah, that, I know. That's funny. That's weird. Wonder what the correct name is. You do not hear a wolf. If you hear a wolf, I'd be out of here in a couple of seconds. Although you do... Oh, wait a minute. Do I hear coyotes? Oh my God. Imagine the horror movie potential the potential of this moment to become a horror film is what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna do this. I mean, I'm not gonna say, I just really don't know where I'm going, what this is back here. Haven't come up this far at this location. Let's go this way. All right, so when this video is finally posted and listed, make sure in the comments, please maybe throw a suggestion of one Yankee candle that doesn't get as much attention as it should, in your own opinion. Okay, that's a bush. Stay away from that. It can be a nighttime candle, it can be summertime candle, it can be any candle you want. But I think, you know, I love when someone references a very strange Yankee candle that no one really ever talks about, and it just makes me want to get them. Lot of fun stuff coming up, folks. It's not a very flattering lighting angle for me. A lot of stuff coming up. Trying to throw in as much summer stuff as possible, but there's so much autumn, so much Halloween. Today was a big Halloween discovery day. So if you're wondering if I have any more Halloween information to share with you folks, I do. It's coming very soon. Halloween in regards to the Yankee Candle, of course. I might have some other new things to post up on eBay. I said eBay twice. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in my couple last live videos, I asked you guys permission. I wanted your permission, and it seemed like it was all positive. I started an eBay account to raise money, not for me, not to pay my rent, not to buy my groceries, to see if we can find an interesting, clever way to fund this show. Everything so far has really just been out of my wallet. So I want to find like a way, like, well, how can we keep this show on the road, do really wild, fun, exciting things that involve more than just a flashlight and being outside at night. Oh my God, there's a bench right here. I just stopped walking here, but I was gonna keep moving. I would have crashed right into that bench. Yeah, so the eBay page, it's called Aromatic Adventures. That's the eBay username. I'll have that link in the description below. Right now, there's a Haunted Hollow 2017 Yankee Candle, Halloween Yankee Candle listed. I started at 99 cents, and I have several more. And there's going to be some other cool items popping up on eBay soon, too. So hopefully, you guys can get these candles at a really good price, these collectible candles, or the luxury of having them early at an affordable price. Meanwhile, you're also helping keep this show in production so we can do more traveling, more fun things. Halloween's right around the corner now, right? So got to start making reservations, got to start scheduling all of the agenda. I pretty much have August and September all scheduled out, but we still have the whole month of October that is still open. So 36, 34 people, that is a great number, but I do want to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for putting up with this completely spontaneous vlog. If you don't like the live videos, just don't click them. Don't unsubscribe, because there's going to be a lot of these really wacky videos, live videos that might work, that might not. So I will be seeing you guys soon, but until then, you guys be good, okay? And I will try to be careful, and I'm going to put on some anti-itch cream for my feet. I'm wearing sandals, which is not a good idea, and I'm getting bit to death by mosquitoes. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you, I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now. In the dark. I can't see the darkness.